Hello everyone, Saravia here with another quick video. I hope you're up for a challenge because this week you will become an inventor and a product developer. This week's project will have you developing a brand new product or technology using one of my favorite tools. I'm of course talking about the creative process. The creative process is an incredibly powerful tool. It's a process that I've used for many years and has helped me be successful in my work as a teacher, designer, writer, and artist. I'll get to the actual project for this week later in this video, but I want to focus first on the process you'll be using to accomplish your goal. The creative process is a powerful conceptual framework that allows creative people to solve difficult challenges or develop innovative projects. It is basically a series of specific steps that you can use to approach just about any problem. Professionals in all kinds of fields use the creative process to invent new products, develop successful business ventures, or complete ambitious personal projects. You can also apply it to academic essays, writing fiction or non-fiction, short stories, scripts, film, advertisements, political campaigns, composing music. Anyway, the list is endless. The creative process also goes by other names such as design thinking, the design process, creative sprints. While the particular details might vary depending on who's presenting it or talking about it, the general idea is the same. The creative process that I have adopted and I want to introduce has 6 specific steps. Let's go over them now. Step 1. Identify a problem you want to solve or a question you need to answer. When developing a new product to sell, you always want to start by identifying a problem that needs to be solved that no one else has found a solution for. If you outline the parameters of your challenge, it's a lot easier to solve and approach. Step 2. Research and get inspired. In this step, you must proceed to use online resources or books to research everything about your problem or project. If I'm trying to develop a new product, I look at products that are already out there and see if I can improve on something. If I'm trying to solve a problem, I find everything about that particular subject and save it, write it down, or download it into my computer. During this step, find inspiration for your design and ideas. At this point, you don't need to have a solution for your problem, you just need to gather and absorb information. Step number 3, analyze and brainstorm. Proceed to analyze your findings, organize your thoughts, brainstorm solutions, and plan out your next steps. This is where you start developing ideas to solve your problem and begin to develop your product to address that problem. Using a sketchbook at this point is incredibly helpful. You want to put down all and any ideas, no matter how silly or ridiculous. This is the fun part because you're just playing around and experimenting. Step number 4, create a prototype or draft. Take action based on your research and analysis. Begin creating. Draw more specific ideas, create drafts. If you're making a product, ask yourself, is this something you would like to buy? Remember that for this week's project, you don't actually need to build anything physically. A drawing will suffice. But remember that this process is used for many other things. So if you were to be a real engineer or product developer, this is where you would make prototypes and begin testing your product. Step number 5, the refinement cycle. This is the most important step and probably the one that takes the longest. After the first drafts of your product, step back and assess your work. You need to find a way to critique constructively. Find things you could improve on and refine to make a second draft, then a third, then a fourth. You must also ask for constructive feedback and then make more drafts. And repeat as many times as necessary. If you were developing a real product, this is where you would do tests with real users. Remember, what separates an okay idea with a great idea is the amount of time spent refining that idea. Step number 6, present your solution or deliver the final product. The final step is to present and implement your solution or deliver your completed project. Generally, this is where you launch your venture, deploy your product, or publish your work. For this project, this is where you finalize your product sketch and present your elevator pitch video. So that's the creative process in a nutshell, and you will be using that process to complete this week's project. Now let's move on to your actual project requirements. This week's project has 3 components: a PowerPoint, a final design sketch of your product, and a 30-second elevator pitch video. Let me quickly go over each component. Number 1, your product development PowerPoint. Visit mtdma.net to find the product development PowerPoint template. Make a copy to your own Google Drive and use this as a guide to develop your product. Notice that the PowerPoint is organized according to the creative process. All the text in green should be replaced by your own words. All the text in red are notes that should be removed before you turn your project in. And all of the pictures should be replaced by your own pictures. Number 2, your final product sketch. Remember that you are not actually building a new product physically. In this project, you are simply coming up with the idea and the look of a product. Your final product will be presented in the form of a technical product sketch. View the links in the description to see how other people approach this sketch. Number 3, your elevator speech. This is also known as a 30-second pitch or an elevator pitch. The idea is, if you were to run into someone important on an elevator, would you be able to explain and sell them your idea for a product in 30 seconds or less? That's what you're doing. You will be creating a quick video to sell me your idea. Remember to follow all of the guidelines from the previous weeks. Upload this video to your Google Classroom when you are done. This project is meant to model the creative process for you. I hope you take it to heart and that you truly understand the implications of this powerful framework. When you begin thinking of challenges, problems, or questions in terms of a design process, there is literally no question you can't answer, no skill you can't learn, and no challenge you can't overcome. Once I discovered this process, my life changed. This framework has allowed me to develop my passion and skills in the fields of technology, music, engineering, writing, making art, and being an overall professional creative. I hope it becomes just as helpful for you. Alright, that's all I have for this week. Remember that I love you. I hope you stay healthy and curious. This is Sarabia signing off.